guys, Waffen SS Scale Modeler. Today I got a review for you of the new, well it's newish, Mig Jiminez Ammo Waffen SS Colors book. I think I mistakenly told Lee it was an AK book, so I apologise for that if he's introduced it as being that. It's a camouflage profile guide basically. Quite hard to film, it's a very glossy finish which never goes down with bright lights. I bought this about a month or two ago. I had a quick look through, but I was saving it for a review. I haven't done any Second World armour for a while, so there was no need to have a quick, to have a proper read of it. I thought I'd leave it for the review, give it an honest review. Very attractive looking book. The SS branding on the front, I suppose you could call it, logo. But that was a corporate thing back then, I don't think it was. It's going to be an interesting review because there's going to be a lot of words in here I can't pronounce and I sound like a complete idiot, but I could be worse. I could sound like a drunk Jamaican like Cohen when he does foreign languages, but never mind. So basically what you're getting is a book of camouflage patterns for various battalions, units, settings, etc. all the way through. Quite handy when I'm looking for a camouflage scheme. Obviously a lot of people make the mistake and they sit there purposely creating and crafting a perfect camo scheme. They were very rarely applied like that. They were applied in field with a compressor or a mop, the onboard spray compressor and air gun, made from blocks of paint, usually dissolved with petrol or diesel and sprayed on that. So they do normally a random pattern, and when you're trying to do random patterns you never get the randomness, you always get what a perceived pattern. We open the book up, we've got just the few notes in there, editors, translation, etc, etc. We've got an introduction and prologue. Mig always does an excellent prologue and introduction. Goes quite in depth, some very interesting pictures. Obviously you've got the original black and white and what it is, if I can bring it up, the colour interpretation of the tank and the half track in the background. Very interesting. I always think it looked great when they're coloured up. Obviously you can't see that, we'll never know the exact shade of Dunkelgelb. It's always an interpretation, so that's just one of those. Then in the front we've got technical information along with various colour charts. So you've got Waffen SS, Policey Green, HM 1937, I'm not going to try and read that, 1943, so you've got Dunkelgelb, which is a shadow base colour light, so it's quite interesting, it gives you the shadow, the base colour and the light. So, sorry about the light. So if you're into colour modulation, you've got a few handy references there. You've got the RAL colours, which again is handy. Fruta when they changed. Dunkelgelb in 1944, I think it was. Yep. Fruits of the greens, the browns. So a very handy reference. If I can bring it up a little bit, you can have a quick look. So you can see through the years, as the colours have changed or they've amended them. Like I say, you got your base, your shadow, your base and your light, so it gives you a good little reference for what you want. The amended colours later on the war. A couple of examples of some models, which is always absolutely stunning work, as always what you'd expect. Into the book, we start off, so you've got various different vehicles. You've got a SD KFZ 7.2 half track with a flak gun on, and it's in Waffen SS green, which is quite unusual. Used for second line vehicles, but it was typically painted in RAL 7021. Then we've got it's a KWK 30. Oh no, it's got a KWK 30 on it. Looks like a Puma, is it? Is that what Stefan's building? I'm not too sure on that, but it certainly looks like the thing he's building at the minute. You've got a Ford truck, again going through the different greys. Various vehicles, quite new to see them in this green. I've never really seen any vehicles in that green, if I'm honest. It covers a multitude of different vehicles, a multitude of different camos. Quite hard to get the light on it for you without whiting out. But it gives you an idea of different camo schemes, all different vehicles, winter weathering, running through various vehicles, Mark 4s, Stugs, Panzer 2, other Panzer 4. Panzer 3, so it gives you a good example of each vehicle. Half track flatbed truck, swim wagon, Tiger 1, that's Michael Whitman's apparently, SO4 at the top, and it's winter camo. So it's good inspiration, and that's what I bought it for. It's probably not the most interesting book to read because There's a few segments of writing in it. It's mostly about the individual vehicles, a couple about different panzer divisions. So there is a bit of information in there, but it literally covers so many different types of vehicles. It's a real good reference. Loads of different camouflage, so if you have a bit of inspiration for a particular camouflage scheme, you can come through, have a look, you know, alternate it, edit it for your own purposes. But as a starting point for different camos, really good. A little bit of cammed up there as well. It is a Puma. I don't know what that first one was, but that's what Stefan's building at the minute. A bit of foliage on. Again, on the Panther, a bit of foliage as well. Like I say, it gives you loads of different examples of camouflages, loads of different vehicles, and you've got the 2nd SS Panzer Division, Das Reich. Again, covering a multitude of vehicles. So just going through battalions and units and what have you. Like I say, for colour picture reference, which you don't always get a colour call out in your kit, it's very handy. And I think it's literally covering almost every vehicle, like the Kuba wagon, SDK 251, loads, and there's T-34 76, captured with German markings on. Just trying to read it, yeah, still painted in the Russian colours. So again, interesting, you name it, it's in here. All the way through to the back, you've got motorcycles from the 5th FS Panzer Division. Like I say, you name it, the vehicle's in here. So it's a good reference, like I say, not the most interesting book to sit there and read, but there's certainly specific, you know, divisions to read about, Volunteer Mountain Division. So it's certainly an interesting book to go through, and as a reference, I think it's invaluable. But that's it, really. There's not much else to talk about. It's very well presented, very well laid out as well. I think I paid about £18 for it. Like I say, loads of different vehicle references to give you an idea of the camo. Because like I say, the more random you sit there and think, right, I'm going to do this camo pack random, the more you think about it, the more purposeful it'll look, and you'll start clumping bits together where you don't want them. So it's hard to do a random bit. I find the best way of doing camo is do one bit, turn another round, do another bit, and that way you start getting random parts rather than thinking, right, I'll orchestrate a bit there and a bit there. They start getting too close together and they start looking too thought out. Whereas with this, you can start thinking, right, well, there's that, I can do a spray up there, there. You can follow some of these patterns. And like I say, you don't always get a colour card in your kit, so it's a handy reference. Bit more interest now, down to some Tigers. I think we've got some mids and lates. Yeah, mid in the middle, late at the top, is it? Yeah, Zimmerton. Staff car, Fear 508. Personal vehicle of Michael Whitman. So again, this is Battalion 101 KTs. Again, cracking camo patterns there, really, really nice. If you can see those. So some great inspirational pictures there. It's a real interesting one, bit of foliage on. Excellent, another bit of style, isn't it? Tiger one at the top. So like I say, loads of reference, motorcycles, Stugs again, flatbed trucks, BA-10. Which the Germans captured a lot of vehicles and put them into their own service. But like I say, as a reference, absolutely superb. Not much more to talk about, so just flick to the back. You've then got, is it a little bit of step by step? Or is it just showing? I think this is actually, yeah, this is an example of interpreting colours in black and white. So as you can see, that one's painted in a grey, this is in a green. If you look at the black and white, they look exactly the same. So there's no way to differentiate between the grey and green. So obviously, maybe that's where a bit of confusion comes about original colours. And again, there again, absolutely stunning model. That's absolutely beautiful, I think. Fantastic. But you can see there next to each other, there's no differentiating between grey and green at all. And that's it. So overall, good book, good reference book. I'd say good reading material. I can get that off there for you. Probably not the most interesting review, but I bought it to review, and now I've reviewed it. I can have a good look through. Plan ahead for my for the Panther Sig for Sebastian's and Hendricks Panther Sig that's coming up. I think it's in June. and obviously when I finish my King Tiger, which I plan to do for the ISM shell for Doom, that is painted up, but you know, gives a few references for weathering and what have you. So a good book. Sorry about the light. Like I say, if you're looking for a reference book, go and have a look at it. I think it does come under the AK guide as well, but obviously this is an ammo one after Mig left and what have you. There's another book they've got I quite fancy, which is about the Tyrant 5. Obviously I've got the kit as well, so I'll maybe add that at a later date as well. So there we go, review of Mig Jiminez's Ammo Waffen SS Colors book, Pull at ISM. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the forum.